If you wanted to learn about the background of Kabuto Yakushi, this is the episode for you. This is my review of Naruto Shippuden, episode 336. By the way, guys, happy Halloween. It is October 31st, so make sure to go out and have a nice, terrifying evening. But let's just go ahead and talk about this incredible episode of Naruto. I really enjoyed this one. This is just another one of those episodes that I think, in a way, kind of eclipses the manga. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that it just has a lot of things to add to the atmosphere. This episode was great because it had good animation, backed by some really great music, and everything just worked really well. The really cool thing about this episode is it pretty much shows the entire background of Kabuto. This is something we've been wanting to learn for the longest time, and there's a lot of little twists and turns. For the most part, you actually get to see why Kabuto became a ninja in the first place. He was sort of voluntold by Danzo. You see, at the beginning of the episode, you get to see that Danzo goes to the orphanage, and he demands that one known as the Mother, or Nono, actually go on this mission to the Hidden Stone Village. And he also needs one of the actual orphans, and they choose Kabuto. And you actually get to see his entire development, and I really like this. It's very important for his character, because it really explains how he, knows everything about everything. He has intel on pretty much every single village, and I like how they gave all the attention to detail, him going to the different villages, wearing their respective uniforms. It was just a really nice touch. The most important part of the episode for me, though, was when he actually encountered Nono for the last time. He's actually attacked by this random ninja when he's in the Hidden Stone Village, and he finds out that apparently she's been on this mission for the last couple of years, and this entire plan was devised by Danzo, so essentially their group could get a lot of information and then off the people who know the information. It's pretty underhanded and pretty messed up. Essentially, they planned for Kabuto and Nono to essentially kill each other, and the scene is really, really intense and very violent, especially when she jumps down towards Kabuto and he just slices right through her abdomen. It's really messed up, and compared to the way it was in the manga, it's to me, leaps and bounds better. That's not to say that the manga version was bad. It was still very good, but this one just had all of that incredible atmosphere, and it was followed by a great scene where we get to see Kabuto being introduced to Orochimaru, who, God, I love Orochimaru. He's just such an incredibly charismatic villain, and even though we've had some really cool villains in the series, the Akatsuki, and we got these new guys, Tobi, Madara, and everything, there's just something about Orochimaru's presence that makes him seem so villainous. And I love this scene because he sort of coaxes Kabuto over to his side and he brings him to, his secret hideout. This is where Kabuto thinks he's actually going to be killed, and this is where Orochimaru reveals the truth about Danzo and how they were basically made to kill each other. And I love this scene because Kabuto just goes insane and he jumps up on Orochimaru and starts just, basically cutting him left and right with his weird, scalpel abilities and everything. But Orochimaru just erupts from his mouth. It's all creepy as it always is. And this is where the two sort of form their bond. Orochimaru sort of remarks that he doesn't really know who he is. He's still trying to find the truth to everything. And this appeals to Kabuto, who really, he has no idea why he even exists. He basically is seeking a purpose in life. And that's why these two sort of just, gel so well. And then it goes through this, huge montage sequence. You get to see him meeting Sasori for the first time, which was a great scene for a number of reasons. One, I loved it because Sasori commented, how creepy Kabuto is, how essentially he's able to conceal his existence. He's essentially just like one of his puppets. And two, I loved hearing the Akatsuki theme again. We haven't heard it in a while, and I just always loved it. I just think it's so creepy, and it's perfect for Halloween and everything. But you also get to see him meeting the Sound Four, working with Kimimaro and them. You get to see Suigetsu, the training with Sasuke, and all up to this point where we actually see how he started to integrate Orochimaru's remains into his body. He's actually using, that giant condenser, and you can actually see he took, the pieces of Orochimaru in his, freaky snake form that Sasuke cut up, and, tossed him into this, giant blender, and it's, condensing down into this jar, and he starts to inject it into his arm. And you can see at the very end of the episode, the cells are already, starting to take over his body and look all, snaky and scaly. It's awesome. It's great. This was just a fantastic episode, and it really shows how messed up of a character Kabuto is. But I'm glad that they had all of the montage sequences from when he was a child all the way up to this point, because it really shows how far he's gone, as well as illustrating and showing one of the darkest aspects of the Naruto series. So, great episode. I have zero complaints with this one. The animation was great. Atmosphere was awesome. It makes Kabuto seem all that much more important, and I was waiting for this episode for a long time, and I thought it was handled well. I really wish we could get more that were just like this. So, 10 out of 10 from me. awesome episode. You owe it to yourself as Naruto fans to check out this episode and to give a little more credence to the character of Kabuto. And it looks like next week we're going to finally get back to some traditional action right back in the cave fighting against the Uchiha brothers. So I can't wait to see what they're going to do with that. But this week, awesome episode. Check it out, guys. So how did you guys feel about the background of Kabuto Yakushi? Did you have any favorite moments from this episode? You can let me know with your comments below. Remember, guys, before you leave, make sure and hit that like button so you can give this video a thumbs up. Absolutely one of the best ways to support our videos. So, I'll see you next time, guys. Super Kami Guru 9000, out. And happy Halloween.